And that's how I came to my final conclusion regarding whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich.
You've convinced me. The PowerPoint was a nice touch.
They said any idiot could make one. But, as you know, I'm not just any idiot.
Did you order DoorDash?
No, I was thinking we could go out for tacos.
Is a taco a sandwich?
See, that came up a lot in my research. The containment-based crowd says yes,
Jack, I was kidding. And now I really want tacos.
Grab your coat. I'll see who it is. Oh.
Oh, what?
Look.
2 envelopes.
Mysterious.
I was gonna say creepy, but sure, mysterious works too.
Oh, look. They're addressed to us. Mr. Fletcher and Miss Bishop. Fancy handwriting, too.
So you're saying it's not junk mail?
Junk mail doesn't typically make house calls.
We should run this by the Monsignor.
7 o'clock mass just started. He's incommunicado. Wish I knew how to get a hold of Harlow.
We should open them.
Should we?
Jack!
All right. Here's yours. Mr. Fletcher, the lost may be nearer than they appear. Harrow Hall, dinner tonight, 8 p.m. Is yours the same?
No, it's different. Miss Bishop, the missing are not the only ones left behind. Same invitation, though.
This has to be about her.
Agreed. And that means we have to go. Harrow Hall. Sounds fancy. I think I still have that dress from our anniversary dinner in your closet somewhere. We can call the Monsignor when we get there. He should be out of mass by then.
Good plan.
Wear your charcoal suit.
That's my funeral suit.
Then try not to die in it. I'm going to get changed.
Good thing you keep emergency formal wear in my closet. How did they know you were here?
What?
These got delivered here. Both of them. Whoever dropped these off knew you were here. You were supposed to be at a spin class.
I texted you before I came over.
Right. You texted me, not the ominous stationery guild.
Did you see who dropped them off?
No. Whoever it was, they were gone by the time I opened the door. Did these feel warm to you?
What?
Forget it. Whoa, you look amazing. We should get creepy handwritten invitations more often.
Don't start.
I'm serious.
I know you are.
What?
They're not just warm. They're dry.
So?
It's pouring outside and they're dry.
Mysterious.
Creepy.
Right. Creepy.
Your turn. Go get changed.
You really think we should just go?
Look, I want tacos too, but I think if we don't, we'll spend the entire night wondering if we should have.
That's deeply unfair.
Yes. You don't have to say it out loud for me to know what you're thinking.
Good. Because I wasn't planning to. Charcoal suit?
Charcoal suit.
Can I wear my cravat?
Just wear a tie.
You take all of the joy out of formal wear.
And yet you keep me around.
For peer review.
5 minutes, Fletcher.
I was born ready, Bishop.
That has never once been true.
Dark Road Diaries, mile marker 3. The devil in the drawing room.
Harrow Hall, huh? Little on the nose. I wonder if they imported the lightning.
I didn't even know this place existed. But now that I do, it's kinda hard to miss.
I'm just glad it was on Apple Maps. I just assumed that we'd have to get directions from, like, an ancient tome or something.
Let's get out of the rain. We can try the Monsignor when we're inside.
Good call. Mass should be finishing up soon.
Ah, you must be Mr. Fletcher and Miss Bishop.
We must.
Please do come in. You will catch your death out there. I'm Daniel Waddington. I take care of this place.
That's great, Daniel. Who sent the invitation?
Mr. Thorne is expecting you.
That was not the question.
It's the answer I have. Please wait in the sitting room. Dinner will be served shortly. Ms. Daria Bishop and Mr. Jack Fletcher. Please do let me know if you need anything. If Harrow can provide it, you need only ask.
Well, he isn't creepy at all.
He seems nice.
I don't trust him.
Neither do I.
Good evening. I'm Evelyn Wren. Please forgive Mr. Thorne. He does enjoy an entrance.
So you know Mr. Thorne?
Better than I wish I did sometimes. But he does always host the most interesting dinners. I do apologize for the weather. Harrow can be so difficult during a storm. Can I get either of you a drink?
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Do you have anything that will make this whole thing make sense?
No drink on earth does that. Gideon Vale.
Jack Fletcher. This is Daria Bishop.
As Mr. Waddington said.
You're not going to, hunt us for sport or something, are you?
No, nothing like that. You're simply dinner guests, just like the rest of us.
What a reassuring thing to say to our new arrivals. So out of character, Mr. Vale.
Thank you.
Elise Corcoran, a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. You were all expecting us?
We were told there might be additional guests.
Might be?
Evelyn may not have known, but I took the liberty of reading the place cards.
You must forgive Mr. Vale. He craves information the way other people crave affection.
That is a vicious oversimplification.
Is it untrue?
No, of course not.
Okay, so we've got a Snoop, a Storm, a mysterious host, and a caretaker who materializes like a tax audit.
You forgot creepy invitations.
I'd include those under mysterious host.
I suppose that depends on the host. Some mysteries improve with soup.
That's the worst thing anyone said to me all night, and we were summoned by calligraphy.
I'm sure Mr. Thorne will explain everything shortly.
I doubt that very much.
Dinner is served.
He keeps doing that.
Doing what?
Just appearing?
If you'll follow me, Mr. Thorne will join you in the dining room.
I have a feeling we're not having tacos.
I'm glad we dressed up.
Welcome, good evening, everyone. My apologies, I dislike greeting guests before they have the opportunity to wonder why they're here. Miss Bishop, Mr. Fletcher, I'm so glad you could join us on such short notice.
I'd say it was my pleasure, but I want to keep my options open.
Very sensible of you. Certainty is something you'll find is in short supply this evening.
Oh, Sebastian, do you always have to be so dramatic?
I do. I've been looking forward to meeting you both.
You have? Why?
Curiosity? It remains my most expensive habit.
We're curious too. Curious about why we're here. Nobody's explained that to us.
To the point as always, Miss Bishop. Your curiosity would be sated soon. Of that, I have no doubt.
And until then, what? We're just mystery guests?
Oh, not mystery guests, Mr. Fletcher. Necessary ones.
Necessary for what?
All in good time. For now, let's just say that Harrow has its own sense of hospitality.
Fascinating. You make it sound as if the house drew up the guest list. Rather unlike you, isn't it, Sebastian? Usually, when you don't know something, you work very much harder to sound as though you do.
Gideon!
It's quite all right, Evelyn. I always know precisely as much as I need to.
Which is very often less than you pretend.
This much I know. You were indicated.
By whom? Or by what, I guess.
By the evening, Ms. Bishop. I saw no reason to refuse it.
Great. So, the evening is sending us snail mail.
Don't be so dramatic, Mr. Fletcher. The important thing is that you're here. As for why, well, I suppose that simply remains to be revealed. As for the rest of you, I know exactly why you're here. One of you has stolen from me.
You invited us to dinner to accuse us of thievery?
I find that dinner can be an ideal setting for honesty. People tend to be so much less guarded when they imagine themselves to be civilized.
How refreshing. Most hosts wait until dessert to lob accusations at the table.
Only because most hosts have better manners.
Question, are we included in that one of you, or are we just here for the show?
Because if we are, I'd love to know what we managed to steal between the foyer and the soup.
Actually, at present, I see no reason to rule anyone out.
You have no idea why we're here, do you?
Not yet, but I confess I'm fascinated by your presence.
How novel. Sebastian admitting uncertainty without dressing it up as certainty.
Could we please not do this over the soup?
Why ever not? It's the only course with the backbone for it.
What exactly was stolen?
Something from my private collection.
That narrows it down to what? Half the manor?
Something none of you had any right to touch.
That's rich coming from you.
Elise!
If he insists on hoisting accusations, he can hardly complain when the room participates.
Tut, tut. Do not mistake indulgence for permission.
And you mistake possession for entitlement. We all have our little habits, I suppose.
Okay, so everyone here either is a felon or talks like one.
Jack!
I'm just saying, the vibe is extremely indictable.
You see, Mr. Fletcher? This is why I prefer honesty. It saves so much time.
Speaking of saving time...
Elegant as ever, Mrs. Corcoran. Some time before this evening began, someone removed an item from my collection. Something important. Something ancient.
Then say it plainly.
What was taken?
A reliquary, removed from my collection at some point within the last 2 weeks.
So you rounded up the usual suspects.
Precisely, Mr. Fletcher.
Why is it important?
Because it never should have left sacred hands in the first place.
Which, to be fair, is reason enough for theft in some circles.
And because whomever took it knew exactly what they were doing. Before this evening is over, the truth will present itself.
That is an extremely ominous way to describe dessert.
Who said anything about dessert?
Who turned out the lights? Daria, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, now who turned the lights on?
Is everyone okay?
Oh, of course it's you.
Mr. Thorne.
He's got a knife in his back. And quite a fancy one at that.
This evening just went from grand larceny to murder.
Nothing. At least not that I can find.
So he's dead.
Help me get him into the drawing room. Flat surface, better light. If he's alive, I want room to check him.
Those first aid classes finally coming in handy? Come on.
Any luck?
No service. Not even SOS mode. I thought that was the whole point. Thanks a lot, Tim Apple.
The landline's dead, the front doors won't open, Evelyn checked the kitchen door, Gideon checked the study windows, and Mrs. Corcoran has been unhelpful in a way that feels almost athletic.
I liked her more before we had a body.
It's been half an hour since we moved the body into the drawing room. I want another look before Gideon turns this into a podcast episode.
You say that like he hasn't already picked a title.
They're still bickering in the sitting room, so I think we can sneak a look.
Quiet crime scene walk sounds like a plan. Oh no.
What is it?
No.
Spit it out!
The body's gone. Of course the body's gone.
That's impossible. Nobody's been alone long enough.
It didn't get up and walk away. At least I hope it didn't. It wouldn't surprise me at this point.
No drag marks.
So somebody carried him.
Looks like it. Get the others.
Right. summoning the suspects. Okay, new problem. The corpse is no longer where we left it.
What happened?
We seem to have misplaced the body.
You lost the corpse.
Nobody lost anything. Somebody moved it.
That seems needlessly rude.
That's impossible.
No, just difficult.
I'm sorry, I know this isn't the main takeaway, but I really feel like just difficult should not apply to moving a dead man through a house without anybody noticing.
Let's split up.
Always reassuring in a house with a missing corpse.
Evelyn, take the West Hall. Mrs. Corcoran, with her. Gideon, you take the second floor. Jack, you're with me.
You say that as though you're the one in charge.
I say that as though I'm the only one not enjoying this.
A harsh but fair assessment.
Can we just find the body, please? Oh my god!
That's not an I found an open door reaction. Nope, hate this room already. Does every creepy manor have to have a creepy music room?
He's been moved.
He's been posed.
Someone moved a corpse into the music room and propped him up at the piano. Why is no one reacting correctly?
How are you reacting better?
I'm not reacting better, I'm reacting louder.
Nobody touch him.
Love that rule.
The knife is still in place.
What does that mean?
It means that whoever moved him wanted him found exactly like this.
Posed.
Presented.
Great. The corpse has a brand identity. What?
All I know about crime scenes is from watching old CSI reruns,
But
this wound looks too clean.
What does that mean?
It means that there should be more blood on his clothes.
you're saying the dead guy sitting at the piano isn't the weird part?
Well, it's a weird part. But no drag marks in the drawing room. No blood trail here. Someone wanted him found exactly like this.
Why?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
Could Thorne have staged part of this before he... You know.
You think he staged his own death.
Oh, that would be very on brand for Sebastian.
Or maybe we're the ones who died and we're in murder, dinner, theater, hell.
Hang on.
Hanging on.
Did anybody check his pulse?
I assumed it was unnecessary, given the cutlery sticking out of his back.
He's breathing.
That is terribly disappointing.
Let me see if I can wake him up. Mr. Thorne? Mr. Thorne, wake up, you're okay.
The knife in his back implies otherwise.
Here, let me...
Be careful.
It's a fake. He must have put it there when the lights went out.
He stabbed himself in the back with a fake knife. I had no idea he was so limber. Sebastian, you really are alive.
Why am I in the music room?
Start talking.
You might begin with, thank God you're alive.
No.
I can do it if it helps. Thank God you're alive! Now talk.
I arranged a moment of revelation.
You fake killed yourself at dinner.
During the soup course.
I staged my own demise, this is true.
So the blackout, the knife, all of that was you. Should have watched more CSI.
I will say that I did not expect to find myself here.
So the murder was fake, but the corpse relocation was real?
Yes.
I preferred him decorative.
What precisely were you trying to do?
Expose the thief? The reliquary was already gone. I merely intended to encourage honesty, and I felt confident that, given the circumstances, you wouldn't contact the authorities or simply leave.
Oh, you took care of that too.
Yeah, cutting the phone lines and locking all the doors was a nice touch.
What? I didn't do any of that. I simply relied on your curiosity as well as your potential culpability.
Terrific. So we have a fake murder, a real corpse relocation, and now the house is freelancing.
Don't say it like that. What exactly was supposed to happen? Explain it like I'm 5.
The blackout, the blade, my apparent death. Then the thief confesses under considerable pressure.
And you rise from the dead to enjoy your own applause.
More or less.
You bastard.
It's vulgar, but it has shape.
You definitely seem dead. How'd you do it?
An elixir, a depressant, enough to slow my heart and breathing and appear dead to the untrained eye.
Fake death poison. Very Romeo and Juliet of you.
Okay, that makes sense. But how exactly did you manage a knife in the back without dislocating something?
I didn't. The blade was a stage prop hooked through the coat, not my spine. The elixir did the rest.
That's somehow both better and much, much worse.
What else?
A truth right, just before everyone arrived. Not summoning, more like compulsion.
That does not sound better.
It was supposed to narrow the field. A truth right doesn't drag confession out of a person's mouth. It only makes lies harder to live inside. I assumed the thief would crack first.
And instead?
Instead, I woke up at the piano.
Harrow had other priorities.
So your fake murder opened the door, and now the house is directing.
Fine. Then we stop playing it one scene at a time. Who took the reliquary?
I did. That reliquary never should have been in private hands. It belongs to the church.
You're a member of the Order of St. Michael.
You're damn right I am. And it sickened me to see that sacred object displayed like some sort of trophy.
You stole from me.
No, dear. I corrected an old indecency.
Fine, human mystery solved. That still doesn't explain the locked doors or the dead phones.
Or why we're here. I doubt it was just so Daria could play Benoit Blanc.
Because Mr. Thorne invited a thief, Harrow invited the rest.
Harrow invited?
The rest.
Okay, hate that for us.
The collection room.
Wow. How would you even notice if something went missing? Look at all this stuff.
What made that noise?
Could have been anything. Some of this stuff looks a little precarious.
You see, Mr. Thorne arranged an accusation. Harrow prefers confession.
That sounds unpleasantly religious.
It's older than religion.
Not better.
It got what it wanted. What now?
The reliquary is not staying here. That much I can tell you.
I agree, but how do we stop this?
What does the house want?
Truth. Always.
That's not helpful.
Then let me be clearer. It wants what you came here unwilling to say.
Maybe the invitations are a clue. The lost may be nearer than they appear.
The missing are not the only ones left behind. They're about Jamie. They have to be. The truth is, I feel responsible for Jamie.
No, Daria, don't do that. There's no way.
There should have been something. Some way to save her. Something I could have done.
This is not on you.
How do you know?
Because I know you. I know you well enough to know that if there was any way you could have prevented what happened to her, you would have found it.
What the devil? I've been trying to open that box for decades.
Looks like the house decided it was time.
I believe Harrow means for you to have that, Miss Bishop.
What is it?
According to the inscription on the box, it's a lock. Or part of one, at least. Infuriatingly, that's all I ever managed to learn.
If it's part of one, there are others.
Presumably, the inscription is maddeningly coy on quantity.
So it opened when I told the truth.
I performed the rite to catch a thief. I don't know the specifics of your situation, but it must be a powerful one to redirect the spiritual energy like that. But how did it know?
Okay, I understand why Daria had to be here, but what about me?
One to name the wound, one to help it heal.
My phone's working again. The Monsignor just texted me. I think the house is letting us go.
Thank goodness.
What now?
Jack,
What is it?
the invitation. There's something written on the back.
What does it say?
You have done well to remain.
Dark Road Diaries, mile marker 3, The Devil in the Drawing Room was written by D.K. Trueno and directed by Brad Williams. Starring Dexter Howard as Jack and Abby Cochran as Daria. Featuring Scott Shawls as Sebastian Thorne, Jerry Ann Hannibal as Elise Corcoran, Tice Pendleton as Gideon Vale, Kate Wyke as Evelyn Wren, and Nigel Lane as Daniel Waddington. Please join us for our next episode, Mile Marker 4. A Perfect Evening.